Litematica is one of the most powerful Minecraft mods ever created. It lets you copy builds, save them as schematics, and rebuild them anywhere in both creative and survival worlds. In this video, I will show you everything you need to know from selecting your first build to building with schematics in survival. If you haven't installed Litematica yet, check out my installation guide first, then make your way back over here. But otherwise, let's jump in. The first thing you will need is a stick. It might seem strange, but the stick is your primary tool for almost everything you'll do in Litematica. As you look in the bottom left corner of your screen, you will see the current tool mode. Hold Control and scroll your mouse wheel to cycle through the available modes. There are 9 total modes, but for this tutorial, we're only going to focus on the ones here on the screen that you'll actually use the most. Later in the video, I will show you the survival features that make Litematica incredibly useful. Let's start by creating our first schematic. Area selection mode is used to tell Litematica exactly what you want to save. To create the selection, choose one corner of your build and set the first position by left-clicking. Then move to the opposite corner and set the second position by right-clicking. Try to capture only the blocks you actually want. If you don't want the terrain underneath your build, simply place temporary marker blocks at the corners and select those instead. Once both corners are selected, you will see the selection box surrounding the entire structure. You can always move the corners by pressing left-alt and scrolling in the direction away and towards you as you see here. Now that you have your area selected, press M to open the main Litematica menu. Go to Area Editor and make sure your selection is active. Give your schematic a name you'll recognize later. Then click Save Schematic. That's it. Your build has now been saved and can be loaded into any compatible Minecraft world, including servers that run through Fabric. Now let's load it back in. Open the menu again, go to Loaded Schematics, select the schematic you just saved and load it. You'll immediately see a transparent ghost version of your build appear. This isn't a real structure, it's simply a guide showing exactly where every block belongs. Sometimes the placement won't be exactly where you want it. Switch to schematic placement mode using Control and scrolling. Now you can move the schematic around, rotate it, mirror it, or make small adjustments until it's exactly where you want it. This is one of the biggest differences between selecting a build and placing a schematic. Area selection creates a schematic placement controls where it goes. If you're in creative mode, you can paste the schematic directly into your world. Open the placement options and use the paste function. Within a few seconds, the entire build will appear. If you're playing survival, don't worry. This isn't how you'll actually build it. That's where Litematica really shines. Let's switch over to survival mode. We currently have the exact same schematic loaded here, and instead of placing every block instantly, Litematica becomes a guide for building everything yourself. The first feature you'll want is rendering layers. Rather than showing the entire build at once, you can display one layer at a time. This makes even massive projects much easier to build without feeling overwhelmed. Next, generate a material list. Litematica will calculate every block you'll need before you start building. This makes gathering resources much more efficient. As you're building, open the material verifier. It compares your build to the schematic and immediately tells you if blocks are missing, incorrect, or already completed. It's one of the best quality of life features in the entire mod. If you want to speed up things even further, you can also use the printer or easy place add-on, which automatically helps place blocks while still following the schematic. You now know everything you need to copy, save, load, position, and build a schematic with Litematica. But I only briefly covered features like rotating and mirroring builds, rendering layers, the material list, material verifier, easy place, and the printer add-on. And using them correctly can make your building process dramatically faster. So watch this video next where I will show you 10 Litematica tips and tricks that every player should know.